What go down with the fam today, man? Y'all must have thought I was playing. I'm doing these videos like my life depended on it. No playing around no more. I'm not playing with y'all. But today we got a video about Ray William Johnson. Man, hold on. Before we get started, forgive me, man. How y'all feeling, man? How y'all feeling? Y'all feeling good? I'm feeling good, man. I got off of work and everything. I'm getting straight to these videos for y'all, man. But today we're gonna be reacting to a video by Ray William Johnson. It's about some rich person that went crazy, and we're gonna go ahead and react to it. I remember he used to do Equals 3 back in the day. I used to watch that when I was like 12. So now that I'm a little bit older and everything, I think it'd be cool to react to him now, especially with the fam, man. Throw this on when you at work or you in the car driving to work, whatever you doing, just throw this on, man. Let my voice be in the background. I've been told that my voice can, it helps. It helps, man. So, my voice today keeps something away. We gonna come up with something, but with that being said and done, let's go ahead and get into the video, man.
This guy, he's about to become a multi-millionaire, and he's gonna screw it all up. So his name is Sharn, and Sharn is 16, living in Philadelphia, and his whole life is about to change. Because one morning in 1990, a local businessman is leaving a bank, and he just withdrew $25,000 in cash. And so he gets in his car and he starts to leave, and suddenly, kaboom! A car full of goons crashes into him, and one of the goons gets out, and he points a pew-pew right at him, and blam! He shoots him in the chest. And then they grab all his money and they speed away. Meanwhile, Sharn is apparently at this youth center on the other side of town, and he's there, he's filling out some paperwork. Now, for some reason that we still don't understand, someone tells the police that it was Sharn who did this robbery outside the bank, even though...
Boy, I would have been mad, boy. I would have been mad. Sound like mistaken identity. I'm gonna let the video play out a little bit more, but it already sounded like a case of mistaken identity, bro. I would have been heated, boy. What you mean? What you mean you thought it was me? I would have said, it wasn't me, Your Honor. It wasn't me. But I'm gonna go ahead and let the video play out. I want to get a little bit more of the story, so then I can make, I can make final decisions and things like that. Cause I don't want to say something and it be all the way out the window. So let me go ahead and let the video play a little bit more.
Oh, he was supposedly at the youth center the whole time. And so, bam, police go and they arrest him. Here's his mugshot. And suddenly, poor 16-year-old Sharn is looking at life in prison. And he's terrified. I mean, because who wouldn't be? And so his lawyer starts looking for some evidence
Life at 16? If they hit, bro, what can you do? They said this was in 1990. Bro was 16 and they tried to hit him with life in prison in 1990. Oh yeah, I would have been cooked. Boy, I would have been, please, it wasn't me. I'm telling on everybody, it was him. I'm telling on everybody just to get out the situation. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to do life. 16? Hey, I'm not going down for this. I'm not going down. Shoot, you tell me, are you going down for it? Be real. Be real with me. Be real in the comments, bro. Are you going down for it? They say they hit you. All right, and it looks like you got life. No, I'm not going down for that.
helps prove his innocence. And he comes across a form from the youth center that Sharn signed the morning of the murder. I guess he had to sign some forms while he was there, and the forms were time-stamped.
Evidence to help him get out. Bro, I'm so sorry for this. Like, it's an ad. It's an ad. I'm sorry.
Not only that, but Sharn has witnesses. His mother and sister were at the youth center that day, and they saw him sign those papers. And so anyway, several years go by, and it's now 1994. And Sharn is 20 at this point, and he goes to trial. And this trial, it doesn't...
Wait, if he had to... Dang, but yeah, it do take a little minute. But 4 years? You sitting up in there for 4 years? he had witnesses, and you know he had evidence that he signed the paper from the youth center. So that's his alibi, stating that like he not there, and that he's not the one that did it. I would have been mad. I'm sitting there for 4 years, 1990 to 1994. Damn.
Go well for him. For some reason, his mother and sister are never called to testify. And so, boom,
Dang,
he's
hold
sentenced to life in prison at only...
It wasn't me, Your Honor. Nah, you can't cause a ruckus. In this situation, you can't cause a ruckus, though, because, like, that's what they want you to do. They would have gave that boy more than life. At that point, they would have said, you got another life sentence on top of it. So, damn, like, because how you supposed to react if they hit you with life? Bro, 20. They sentence him to life? How you supposed to react? Bro, it wasn't me. But they probably hear that all the time. They probably hear it wasn't me all the time. So it's just like, yeah, all right, get in that cell. Talk it out and walk it out in the cell, bro.
Only 20 years old.
Facts.
And so Sean is devastated. I mean, what's he
Facts.
gonna
I'd be
do
devastated
now?
too.
His entire life is over. He can't spend the rest of his days locked up in a cell, and he'll do whatever it takes to get his life back. And so
too.
what's he gonna do now? Well, he starts writing letters to anyone who will listen to him, anyone who could possibly help him. And he keeps writing letter after letter after letter. And 17 years go by, and it's now 2011. And at some point, he writes a letter to the Pennsylvania Innocence Project, which is like an advocacy group that helps people out who have been wrongly convicted. And so they start looking into his case, and they see things like the time-stamped form he filled out at the youth center proving he wasn't at the crime scene. And they see that his mother and sister...
Bro, but facts, they should have been seen that, though. What you mean? 2011, what is that? 1990 to 2011? What's that? That's 31 years? Look, y'all correct me on my math. I may be wrong on that, but nah. That's 21 years. I'm tripping, right? I don't know. Y'all correct me on that, but I'm not quick on my feet in math. You know, I still count on my fingers every now and then. But yeah, bro, why they didn't get all the evidence and his mom and all of that stating like his alibi, like, bro, he was at the youth center. I would have been mad.
sister weren't called to testify at the trial. And so they
Right.
start fighting hard for Sean, making his story go
Justice
public.
for Sean.
And in their investigation, they discover a bunch of things.
What if you can create your own website by saying, this is what I want? With Wix, you can.
Let me get your money, man. I got
Like
shit.
back at Sean's trial, evidence pointing to other suspects, evidence that had been suppressed. And so, taking all this information, they help Sean with pro bono legal services, and they file an appeal to overturn his conviction. And surprisingly, one day, kaboom, an appeals court overturns his conviction, and his sentence is vacated. And so finally, in 2017, after 24 long years in
Okay, yeah, so it was 21, my bad, y'all. But yeah, like after 24 years, he got free, let me hear.
in prison, Sean is now
Dang, boy, I would have been happy. I would have been jumping up and down, boy. Oh, yippee! Boy.
a free man. And he's been in there a long time. I mean, he went in at 20, and he's
Right.
now 43 years old.
Yeah.
Wow. But regardless, he's now happier than he's ever been in his life.
So tell me how you feel.
Overwhelmed. Words can't explain.
They better give me some money. Where's my money? I did all this time up in there. Where's my money? I need it now. I need my money and I need it now. Yes, I'm not playing. I'm suing everybody. When I get out, I'm suing everybody. I'm not playing. I'm looking
24
for
years behind
revenge.
bars, you're now a free man. What's the first thing you're going to do?
Me and Jim gonna go eat some seafood together and
Right.
talk about stuff.
Oh, but it gets even better for Sean. Because now that he's out, boom, he's able to file a lawsuit against the city of Philadelphia.
Just what I said. My N-word. My G right here, man. I like that. I like that. He better have got some money too. It say, look, it say right here in the title, rich. You know, a little bit of spoiler right here, but you feel me? It say right there in the title. But hold on.
Philadelphia for a wrongful conviction. And in 2020, the city settles with him out of court and they pay him $4.1 million.
I like that. My brother. My brother. Yeah, that's what we need right here. 4.1 million. I still feel like that's not enough, but I can't be mad at it. You know, first of all, it's not me getting paid that. And second of all, shoot, 4.1 million, that's not bad. Hopefully he don't get taxed on that, which he probably did. He probably got taxed on it. I don't know how that works. But shoot, 4.1 million ain't bad, if I do say so myself.
Dollars. Damn. So now his whole life changed again because he's officially a multi-millionaire.
Right.
He even got himself like a little girlfriend now. This woman, Ketra. And so Ketra and Shorn are happy together, and it seems like he'll never have any problems ever again. Until. So at this point, he's been out for a while now.
Ah, shit. This where it all go wrong. This where it start messing up, huh? Let's hear what he did, bro. Let's hear it, bro. Why we just can't have a happy story, bro? Why couldn't just, boom, he get his money and, you know, he lived happily ever after? Why we couldn't get one of those? Let's hear what he did, man. Everybody get ready to facepalm, man.
And he's still living in Philadelphia, living his normal life with Ketra and all his new money. But for some reason, reasons that no one will ever understand, he decides that $4.1 million, it's just not enough. He wants more. And he wants this so bad that I guess he's willing to risk it all. And so instead of getting a job, he decides that he wants to get into the drug dealing business. Specifically dealing Coca-Cola. It seems like he wants to be some kind of drug pen. Like he wants other drug dealers working underneath him.
Out of everything he chose one of the most dangerous. Okay, not to say he should have became a criminal, right? But out of everything he could have chose, right, to be a criminal, you gotta, let's say if you willingly choose to be a criminal, right, you got everything laid out in front of you right here, boom. You got least dangerous over here, and you got dangerous over here. He said, let's get that. Why would he do that, bro? I wonder what his thought process was. Like, why you know that booger sugar?
And so one day, around 2022, he goes to his girlfriend Ketra, and he's like, hey, can you find somebody to work for me and sell drugs? And I guess Ketra's like, all right. And so Ketra...
And she a dodo bird, too. She a dodo. Because she talking about why she ain't try to talk him out of it. Bro, if any of y'all got a woman like... I mean, your woman is supposed to support you. Supposed to. But in a situation like this... No, she should talk you out of it. I don't know why she agreed to helping him out. She a dodo just like him.
Ketra introduces Shorn to a childhood friend of hers, this guy, Akeem. And so Shorn and Akeem, they make a deal. I guess Akeem is gonna sell drugs for him. And Shorn hands him a sandwich bag of Coca-Cola, and he's like, sell this for $1,200 and bring me my cut. Here's the thing though. Akeem, he takes the drugs, but he either doesn't sell them or he sells them and keeps the money. Either way, he doesn't...
Don't trust Akeem. I told you, don't trust him. I already knew it.
Give Shorn his $1,200 cut. And so when Akeem doesn't deliver, Shorn is pissed. And a few days later, he's driving around the neighborhood with Ketra, and he casually says, hey, let's drive by Akeem's hood and see if he's around. And Ketra says, sure. And she has no idea they're beefing. And she also has no idea that Shorn has a pew-pew inside his hoodie. And so they drive...
We already see where this going, right? We see where this going. It say it in the title. We see where it's going, right? Like, come on, bruh. 4.1 million. I mean, I get it though. He probably blew through the money because, like, if you don't got that financial literacy and everything at the beginning, and when he got locked up, shoot, he got locked up 16 and sentenced to that 20. Bro did 24 years, it said. Yeah, bro, he probably didn't really have too much time with money and everything, so he probably blew through that 4.1 million like it was nothing, you know, spending it on stupid stuff. So, sure, I mean, I get it for him needing more money, but come on, bro. It had to been, it was definitely other ways he could have went about everything. We know it was definitely other ways, man.
Drive around Akeem's spot, and sure enough, out the window, they see him. And then he tells Ketra to pull over, and she does. And Shorn jumps out of the car, and he runs up on Akeem, and he pulls out that pew-pew, and blam, blam, blam. He unalives Akeem right there. Then he runs back.
You tell me he just blammed him on sight, bro. Was it worth it? No, it was not worth it. I guarantee you, it was not worth it. Let's hear it.
And he jumps in the car and he yells at her to drive, and she speeds away. And so now they're driving back home. And Ketra, she didn't actually see the shooting, but she heard the shots. And so she's driving thinking, did my boyfriend just murder my friend Akeem? And Shorn, he must know that she's suspicious because he starts threatening her, saying, I can't go back to jail. And I know where your family lives, so you better keep your mouth shut. Then, to make it worse, he tells her that Akeem is not the first person he's murdered. He's actually the third person he's murdered, suggesting that maybe he was the one who...
He got us. He got us, man. He got us, man. He threw us in for a loop, huh? He threw us in for a loop, man. Don't act like he ain't get y'all too. He got me. He got me. I ain't gonna lie, man. He threw us in for a little twist, bro.
Murdered that businessman outside the bank all those years ago. Maybe those timestamps on...
Third person, though? Bro, third person? That's... You know, that's crazy. Third? I wonder what go through the mind of people like this, bro. Like, the scientists need to take their brain out and study it. Cause, bro, like, the first person, you don't be feeling guilty. You don't feel like, damn, like, what am I doing? Why did I do that? You don't be feeling guilty at all. I'm talking about capital letters, all guilty. You don't see them people when you go to sleep and stuff like that, bro. Like, what be going through these people's mind? I could never.
On the forms were wrong. Maybe his mother and sister who vouched for him were actually lying. Regardless, Ketra is scared. And I guess Shorn is dead serious about not going back to prison, because then he apparently tries to put a hit out on Ketra. Like, bro goes and tries to hire a hitman to take out his own girlfriend so that she won't rat him out to the police. Well, unfortunately for him, by this time, it's already too late, because Shorn had already talked openly about unaliving Akeem with some people he knew, and one of those people tips off police. And
I don't care what y'all say about that man snitching. He needed to snitch, man. We didn't need that menace out. We didn't need, what's his name, Shorn? We didn't need Shorn out on these streets, man. He just recently got out in 2020. Think about that. He could have still been out. If Buddy didn't snitch right here, oh yeah, Shorn could have still been out. And he could have been in your neighborhood. Yep. Yeah, in your neighborhood. We needed him to snitch. Sometimes, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. We need some snitches, man. I know y'all be saying make the police work, but hey, bro, sometimes we be needing these snitches, bro. Shorn needs to go back. He's not rehabilitated. Keep him in there. Please.
And so, bam, they arrest Shorn. And Sean ends up pleading guilty, and after spending
Good.
24 years in prison, he's sentenced to another 33 to 66
Good.
years. That is wild. Hey, just reminding you that my entire catalog of true crime videos.
Yeah, man, but shoot, that's it, man. Shout out Ray William Johnson, man. I remember him back in the day, man. Equals 3. Well, I used to be binging Equals 3. I ain't gonna even lie to you, but shout out Ray William Johnson, man. OG of YouTube, man. I really look up to people like him. Shoot, especially with the reacting stuff and everything, man. But I'm just glad I got to react to it with y'all, the fam, you feel me? But shoot, that's it for this video. I'm finna get on to the next one. With that being said, man, it's Major Love. Y'all know how it go, man. We out.